Hello, true art believers. This is Pierson here, and it is, well, I want to say it's a wonderful day, wonderful Monday, but I'm just going to say it right now. It's more like, I'm not feeling it today. No, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on this. So it's a Monday. Let's just put it that way. It's a Monday. And I got a very dusty house. So it's a Monday, and here we go. I'm just gonna start because I got 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Right? So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, and I think we should get going. I'm losing train of thought. All right, begin. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember what I was going to say. It's day 52 of 100 days of drawing, and feeling it. I'm feeling it today, and I'm not saying feeling it as in like, oh, I'm really feeling the mood of drawing. I'm saying I'm feeling it as in like, I'm feeling like it is a Monday, and it's kicking me hard. So that's what I'm feeling as far as the Monday. The feeling that I'm working on a Monday. Well, the camera. No matter what I can do, I can never tighten this thing enough so it doesn't like wobble as much. Anyways, let's get started. There we go. 20. We got 30 minutes to begin, and I'm gonna start. So, because of the style drawing, or the kind of drawing that this is, or the time frame that we have, I have to draw it at a different way. So I have to constantly go a little bit slower. So notice I am moving this line further and further down. It's because I'm not liking the space. Right, not liking the scale at that point, and so when you do this kind of stuff, you gotta be willing to, I guess, make visual changes really close in a short time frame. And so I'm approaching the drawing slightly different than before, than I was doing when I was doing these still lifes, because I had more than one object. But now and because I'm doing this only one object, I'm only doing one object with this still life. So I'm only having to focus on one object, and that changes it took me a while to kind of figure that out. It changes the context on how I draw the objects. So that's what it's doing. It's changing my perception of how I'm pursuing the drawings. And I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but I think what I'm going to do after this drawing session, normally I go down and exercise. I think I might just go downstairs, go back to my bedroom and close my eyes for like 15-20 minutes, because that's how much time I'll have. Yeah, that is how much time I'll have when I get done. I'm really I don't know if you notice, when I've done these live stream drawings for 50 days straight, early in the morning. Early in the morning. It's just like my my scheduling, my sleep scheduling is not. It's unfortunately, it's not working. It's not on point. Like, getting up at 3:30 does not work if you're going to bed at 11 o'clock at night. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Like, you can do it every once in a while, but doing it every day, it's very tough. You know, and I haven't been doing it purposely, but I'm like, as an artist, that's like, as one of those artists, I'm one of those, like, by default, I kind of stay up late. I'm a night owl. I think a lot of artists are night owls, but like, because of my predicament in life right now, I don't have the luxury of staying up late and then being able to work. Because for some reason, I can't work in the evening after working for someone else. I just can't. Like, it's like getting done doing a marathon and then going home or going after the marathon, you go ahead and do another marathon. You know what would be good? You know what would be a good thing to do right now, guys? I think it'd be great to do another marathon. I know I just did like one of the hardest marathons in the world, but I'm thinking, let's kick it up a notch and make my day suck even more. Let's do another marathon. And I always find it fascinating to see, like, to hear all these other, like, some of these gurus and these individuals proclaim that this works. And maybe I'm the outlier. Maybe I'm the weirdo who just doesn't have that weird energy at the end of the day. Maybe at the end of, maybe they're when they're at work, they're only doing like 20%, and then they have that extra 80% in the evening to throw on some of their passions. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they're not putting their all, or putting their putting their all in at work. They may say they are. You know, they might be doing. I don't know. I can't speak for other people. I only speak for myself, and I can't really function as an individual. I can't function as an artist doing drawing late at doing like a third shift night, a nighttime drawing third shift, right? After my day, I'm like, oh, let's go do a third shift and start drawing for 4 hours. You know, because typically I've already, that's like, let's make this 12-hour day into a 17-hour day, or like, let's make this 14-hour day into a 17. Like, come on, I'm barely scraping by with my sleep. So I think what I need to start doing is focusing on my sleep a little bit more. And I just haven't been doing that. Just been kind of neglecting it. Just kind of neglecting my sleep habits. And it's starting to really, I can feel it now. I think we really feel the difference. Like, I'm sure all of us have that type of feeling where you're trying to do too many things at once. And this is one of them, like trying to do this 100 days of drawing. I don't know why I did it. I think I did it so to ignite something in me, because I've been doing these portraits for other people, and I hadn't been able to do anything for myself. I hadn't been able to do anything for myself, and I felt a little discouraged or disenchanted because I'm doing all this other work for other people. And it's nice to be able to do other things for other people, but like, it's not after a while, after you're doing 20 of them, and then you have 40 more, or I don't know how many it is. It feels like I have a gazillion more to do. After doing X amount, you're like, I just want to do something for myself here. I'm not really getting satisfaction out of this type of work that I'm doing for other people. It's not fun, and because it's not fun, I don't think I got the head right. But I don't have time to make the corrections that I want with it. But so that's fine. But yeah. So I thought maybe I should just do this to kind of force myself to do something to actually just start drawing, because I actually kind of like drawing. It's kind of enjoyable. It's like a little. I'm not the greatest at it, obviously, but I enjoy doing it. And although I can see that, I can feel that if this 100 days of drawing could actually have the opposite effect on me, where it feels less enjoyable. You know, most of my art right now in my life is not enjoyable, simply because it has to be done in the most bad, like, worst of time frames. Like, all the art I do has to be done when everyone is asleep, before like the average person gets up, isn't even taking their first step out of bed, right? I have to be up and ready to perform, and that's not a great environment to be when you're drawing. So that's one of those problems that I'm dealing with. So I'm not really particularly enjoying my drawing as much as I used to, because I don't get to do any art for myself, and I don't have any free time. My evenings are shot. By the time that my evenings come up, I'm so tired. I don't want to pick up a pencil. And also, drawing is a thinking event, right? You have to think, and you have to be to some extent. You have to be to some extent mentally clear. You have to be able to perform. You can't always just kind of arbitrarily perform in your drawing, and so it's just frustrating, at this point right now, where I have to do these drawings early in the morning, and it's usually at a very, very high sleep deficit. So I'm always running on like a very on a sleep, like, amount of sleep that is barely sustainable for like a teenager. People that can get like 3 hours sleep day in, day out, because they just can. They might say that they're exhausted, but they're like they can get up and do it, and it sucks, but they'll do it. I don't know, but yeah, every time I'm drawing, it's at a severe like sleep handicap, and I don't know how long I can sustain it. I really got to figure out how I'm going to get enough sleep. How I'm going to get a sufficient amount of sleep that I can continue this. And there's got to be something I got to think about. How do I strategize that? So one of the things that we can start considering, one of the things I'm going to start working on for myself, is organizing my sleep schedule a bit better, and not staying up even though I'm a night owl. Like, it's a weird predicament to be in, where you're you have to go to bed, because like when I'm staying up, I'm not particularly it's not like I'm overflowing with energy when I'm up late, even though I'm a night owl. It's more like, hey, I'm up, here we are, yay. So it's just interesting to see. I'm going really slow with this drawing. I'm not going near as fast as I should be, because it's 17 minutes. I need to go a lot faster. But yeah, I don't know. I think having a good schedule with your sleep is really important, and I need to start treating my sleep a little bit more precious, and because it's starting to affect my drawing. Like, for those that pay attention, I do, before I even do this 30-minute drawing, I've already drawn for 2 hours in the morning doing some commission work, and I'm finding that the lack of sleep is slowing my progress on the commissions, because my ability to make quick decisions or to work at a consistently smooth rate diminishes, because I'm like, I can't explain it other than just the lack of sleep is slowing my reaction time a little bit, and that reaction time adds up. So if I'm going slower, even though I'm working longer on the drawing, it's still taking me longer to do, or it's taking me a lot longer to get to a point in the drawing that is satisfactory, because my reaction time, aka my ability to draw quickly and smoothly and effectively, is kind of slowed down. And so I really need to start thinking about like what I can do with my schedule, and how I can really be more effective with it. So those are some of the things I consider. I had 15 minutes. I'm doing pretty good. I always say that. I always say, I'm doing pretty good at 15 minutes. I feel like 15 minutes is a good amount of time that I'm at. And really what happens is, like, all of a sudden it ends up, I start talking a little bit or start drawing a little bit. It's like, oh, 8 minutes. Oh no, I haven't even gotten to the parts I wanted to. So I say I'm doing good now, but that could change in like 5 seconds. But yeah, I don't know. I just really, I'm kind of just fatigued. Is the word. I think Mondays are probably the roughest days, actually, because I get up after like this crack of dawn, like 3 o'clock, and then I'm doing those commissions by 4, and then I do this drawing around 6, and then usually I work out for about 15 minutes, do a quick little short workout. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know. I might do it just because after this video, it's just going to be like, well, I don't have much time to go back in bed. Like, I can go back in bed and try to get like 10 minutes of like speed sleep, you know, where you're like, I'm gonna speed sleep, and I'm gonna get 10 minutes of it, and then I'll be okay. But like, and I'll think to myself, well, it's not really worth it. I might as well just work out and actually do something good for my body. Even though I'd like to sleep, the sleep would only be worth it if I could get a good 30 to 50 minutes where, oh, my shoulder's burning. Where I think you get like maybe 1 cycle of REM, or the starting of REM sleep. I think you gotta get, officially it has to be like 90 minutes to get into REM sleep, but no, maybe you start initiating that process a little earlier. I don't know. I'm not a sleep specialist, so I can't give you that answer. But it's 13 minutes. Excuse me. I'm gonna put the stripes on there. Just put some stripes here. But this one's not turning out too bad. I'm still quite fatigued. I'm not looking forward to the day. Like, outside of my artwork, some of my day, like aspects of my day, I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta do this. Man, I don't want to like sound negative. I mean, the day is a gift. Don't get me wrong. Every day is a gift, and so why as well try to capitalize on it as much as you can, and do as much as you can, and not squander it on like frivolous things like television, all these other things that can happen, right? That's that's a given. That's what you should be doing. Find something that gives you meaning, right? So it doesn't mean that it's going to be fun or enjoyable all the time. Like, I do like drawing. I don't like drawing at 4 a.m. You know, I do like drawing. I don't like having to draw in times at specific times of the day, because that's the only time I can do it. It makes it feel like, oh, now it's a chore, and now I have to do it, because if I don't do it, I'm never going to have the time to do it the rest of the day. And knowing that fact, really, it's disenchanting. It's disheartening sometimes, and it can be kind of soul crushing. You know, like, I can only draw at 4 in the morning. I can't do it at another time. No, you can't. Oh, come on, life. Come on, give me another time. How about okay, 4 in the morning. You don't want to do 4 in the morning. How about 2 a.m. in the morning? Does that sound good? Stay up real late, or midnight. You can do it at midnight. Oh, but that's when I'm starting to get really tired. Life, getting tired. I don't want to do a midnight shift on my drawing. Well, it's either 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Which is better? I don't know. All I can say is there's good days and bad days. And this is not a bad day. It's turning out all right. Although, as I said, my digital drawings are going really slow. They're going slow because I'm drawing at a deficit. I'm exhausted. You know, everyone gets to their breaking point, and I think drawing 50 days like this is my breaking point. You know, and maybe that will change once I acknowledge that my sleep really needs to start taking more precedent and really focus on it, and focus on myself and stop worrying about other people's needs. You know, because the reason why I'm up is because I'm up because I want to spend time with family. You know, and unfortunately, I just can't do that. You know, and then wake up at 3 a.m. You know, like you can't stay up and spend time with your spouse or your family and then wake up at 3 a.m. indefinitely. It just doesn't work. At least for me, it doesn't. Some people can probably do it. I can't do it. Well, I've been doing it, so technically I can do it. Doesn't mean it's feasible or sustainable for a certain amount of time. I need to start using my charcoal stick. So I'm gonna move my charcoal stick, and I use the charcoal stick simply because it's a quick way. It's a quick way to lay out tones. Because and it's a quick way to lay out tones and to put darker contour lines. So I've been using this to kind of really add these extremely thick lines around my drawings. Almost, this one's a little bit too thick, but I'm kind of taking these drawings and experimenting and trying to push what, not necessarily what I'm capable of, but try to push the line quality and push certain elements of them a little bit further than I'm used to, you know, and do them a little bit quicker. So as I've gotten a little bit quicker in doing one object, and partially because why that is kind of, I've gotten used to drawing these figures and kind of gotten used to drawing how they're like shapes, but also I'm doing a little bit of overgeneralization. So I look at the object and I generalize that shape a little bit more than what it really is in reality. Like, so it looks like the object, but it's not exact, because I've kind of, I guess stereotype that shape. I guess if that makes a good analogy. I don't know if that really works, but I've made it into a shape that is like a symbol of the shape that I'm looking at. So it's not exactly like it, but it's similar enough that I can recreate it. And so that's why I've been doing a little bit quicker drawings. Having only one object to draw helps a lot. You know, if I had like 3 hours, I would definitely do 3 objects. I'd have enough time to render and add the tones that I want, but I can't do it. I can't do a in 30 minutes. Oh, I can't do the type of drawings that I was starting out at the very beginning of this. When I first started these 50 days, this 100 days of drawing, I had 3 objects in there or more, but I was also, the reason why I was getting them done or getting similar, like them completed to certain levels, like after the initial drawing, after the live stream, I'd come back to it later. And that worked for a little while, but I was also sacrificing certain things. I was sacrificing certain other like obligations that I needed to do. Like, you know, I wasn't keeping up with. This wasn't keeping up with everything. Like, in order to do that, you got to sacrifice something. You got to sacrifice some sort of time or something out of the day. 5 minutes. Oh my lord. Well, I might spend an extra 5 minutes after to kind of complete it. Or who knows, maybe I might get some extra time during the day, like I said, to kind of work on these. So I got 5 minutes to kind of dial this in. So I guess what I'd probably do is not make this very poorly drawn eye, that's for sure. So it comes up fast, like the time like just speeds by. Like when I said I had like 8 minutes, I had 13 minutes, I had 15 minutes. I thought I was making good time, and then I didn't really necessarily slow down. You know, it's not like I just stopped what I was doing and said I have all the time in the world. I wasn't like the rabbit and the turtle, where the rabbit just kind of makes tons of stops, takes naps. You know, it's not like I was stopping what I was doing and taking a nap and not drawing. Just I was slowing it down. I dialed it back with my pace a little bit so that I can maybe take a moment to kind of observe just something, to do a little bit of observing, you know? Probably should focus all my time in the face, or part of it. So like this nose, the snout of the zebra here is like a glossy black. So it's like a glossy black. Oh, well, I gotta quit in like 2 minutes anyways, because I got to go, and I won't be able to work out. So there goes my decision. I mean, this decision wasn't mine. I can't go work out now because I gotta do something. I gotta do things. So I'm doing some things I normally don't do, which is trying to use the side of the charcoal stick to see if I can get like quick massing out of forms and see how that works, and see if it makes it, if that's feasible, the strategy. I might be able to spend more time on this. I'd like to, because I think it's excuse me. I think as a drawing, it's got some nice qualities in it that I would like to pursue a little bit further. You know, because there's certain things that are really quite nice with it, but I don't know if I have the time. Like I think like I have after this whole after I've done drawing on this day, like today, or after this drawing session, I'm driving somewhere. I'm dropping people off and picking them up, and then I'm going and doing the Zoom meetings, and I'm talking, having discussions for hours on end. And then after that, I'm doing something else. You know, picking people up from work. You know, so I'm doing all kinds of stuff, and it's just like nonstop work, where I don't know when I'll have a moment to work on this. Like I could, in theory, work on it another time, but I don't know if that's a feasible act, right? I don't know if that's something I can pull off. Yeah. Okay. I gotta dry my hands off. I didn't get this where I wanted to get it. I didn't get it where I wanted to get it at. There are certain, as you can see, it's a nice like base. I had a nice base starting, but Mondays are the worst for these drawings. They're absolute worst. Like if I'm not on point, technically I should be done with this drawing. And technically, if I'm on my schedule the way that I have scheduled it, I would actually be done. I would have started the drawing session around 5:30, but I don't wake up exactly at 3. I hit the snooze button a couple more times than I need to, and you know, lots of other things are happening. So that's it for the day. I'm gonna finish this up. I might finish it up a little bit later. I don't know. There's some things that I want to at least kind of rectify and solve. You know, there's some value ranges that I want to at least start putting in there, but I don't think I'm going to get to it, unfortunately. I do have to say that some of the line quality is really good for how quickly I mapped it out. So that's nice. It was a good little light sketch. Anyways, I got to get going. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, cheers. Yeah, there we go. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.